good relationship.
I mean, everybody knows kind of Baker was very outgoing, very outward.
Yeah.
Kyler seems to be kind of like a quiet cool. Is that how you describe him?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, he's definitely not as out there as Baker was. I mean, I don't know if you'll ever see a kind of personality like that again.
But I mean, like we talked earlier, you said you knew about Kyler when you were out in California, when you were in high
yeah.
school. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a different kind of personality, I guess. Or
That's true. I mean, I remember when I came here, I was like, oh yeah, that's Kyler Murray. I've heard all about him. But he's just kind of a normal dude. I mean, just like every one of us. I mean, just coming out here being competitive, obviously trying to win his position and kind of take control of our team. So he's just a normal teammate of mine.
he's lived down all the bank account stuff.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard about any of that. I don't know how much money he's making, but it's more than me.
How did you first hear about him?
I heard about him in high school when I was, I don't know, probably a sophomore in high school. Everybody's just talking about how good Kyler Murray is at Allen. Never lost a game, bunch of state championships, things like that. So that's how I heard about him. I heard about him when I was probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Is there a piece of you that's like, I don't know, you probably saw Baker when you first got here. He seemed probably like an unassuming guy, and then you got on the field and he was, Baker, he was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Are you kind of curious to see kind of if Kyler has some of that hidden, I don't know, juice or whatever you want to call it?
Absolutely. I mean, he really hasn't had an opportunity to really show what he can do. So I think, our team as well as everybody who's going to be watching the game on Saturday is just as excited as I am. Obviously, I see how he does things in practice and all the great things that he brings to our offense, but I think we're all really ready to see, it all put together on Saturday.
You excited for maybe some of his speed to open up the middle of the field for you, as a route runner? That Baker was accurate, but Kyler's speed could really open things up.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely bring a different aspect to our offense. I mean, just knowing that he's a legit run threat. Like if nobody's open, he can take off and create plays with his own feet. I think that'll kind of the defense will have to adjust to that, and it'll probably leave openings in the passing game. So, I'm excited to see kind of how that plays out on Saturday and throughout the rest of the season.
How's your connection been with each other?
Me and Kyler?
You and Kyler, yeah.
Pretty good. I mean, throws me good balls. We kind of have a good relationship. I had a great relationship with my high school quarterback. We kind of just feed off each other, kind of know what he expected from me, where I thought the ball was going to be, and I kind of have that same relationship with Kyler as well. I had that relationship with Baker too. It's a unique kind of feel thing that it doesn't happen very often. So I think we got a good relationship going.
Do you kind of have that same thing Baker did, where he sees through windows on the offensive line, even though they're not 6'5" guys?
Yeah. He kind of sees openings that I don't really see. I mean, watching film, he'll throw the ball when a window's not there, but it's going to be there. So he kind of has that it factor, throws good balls, does a good job of knowing where to put the ball in different situations. So I'm excited to get out there on Saturday and watch it unfold.
Do you think this is a physical team?
I think so, yeah. I mean, our big dogs up front are almost the same as last year, and those guys are physical. I know we're trying to do a better job being physical on the perimeter, so something we've kind of put an emphasis on recently. So I think we're going to be a really physical team this season.
CD's kind of a guy that sets that tone out on the outside, isn't he? He's a physical guy.
Yeah, he's a bigger X receiver. He can block. He had some big blocks last year. He's a good blocker. I think he'll do a great job being more physical. He's probably one of the more physical receivers.
Were you a physical guy last year? Or were you really just trying to figure out the receiving part of it? Is that something
I
you
think
really
I was one of the
concentrated on?
more physical guys. Yeah. As well as trying to figure things out, but Coach Gundy puts an emphasis on being great blockers. So it's something I tried to do last year and something that I'm going to try to build off of this season as well.
I assume that's make it to the next level. That makes you that much more valuable at your position.
Absolutely, yeah. I need to improve in every single way if I want to make it to the next level. So, and then blocking is obviously much more important than some other things in the NFL. So, it's something that I'll definitely work on.
Have you talked to Mark at all, maybe about what he's been going through?
Yeah, I talked to Mark. Not yesterday, the day before. We were on FaceTime together, and he's an inline tight end now. I mean, he caught 2 balls for 7 yards on a drag route, so he's a inline tight end, and so he's been telling me he's been working a lot on his inline blocking. And from what I saw in the game, this recent game, he did a great job. He's a lot more physical. He's understanding inline blocking and the defensive line, how they move. So I think that's a step that I'll have to take eventually if I want to make it to that level.
Seeing what Mark did last year, almost 1,000 receiving yards, won the Mackey, does that adjust your expectations for yourself, knowing kind of what the ceiling for your position is in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, it's just motivation, honestly. Because I believe I can go out there and do everything that Mark did. Obviously, he set us a big standard here and left some big shoes for me to fill. So I'm gonna go out there and do my best to live up to that and do my best to be even better. So I'm just excited to get the season going, see what I can do, see what this team can do.
I'm curious because, like, for media guys, it's like